この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Natsume Yuujinchou Shi, episodes 6 and 7. Last week we watched only episode 5, specifically in preparation / because I was informed that this is going to be a two-parter, and so here we are. We're going to watch a two-parter. Episode 5 was pretty fucking solid, gave us an entirely different point of view on a different time in Natsume's life. Continuing to just reinforce a lot of the things that we know and understand about Natsume and his childhood and the people who he was with and all sorts of stuff, and adding a little bit more nuance to it. Really good episode. I've got no grounding or context or expectations for this two-parter other than that two-parters have been pretty freaking good generally in Natsume, so I'm looking forward to it. We did get the title of the first episode in the first frames of the preview thing, which I'm just not fast enough to stop my video before seeing, which was something like Other Side of the Glass, and I really don't know what that means. It doesn't give me much of a basis or a grounding or anything, so be it. Maybe something, I really don't have anything, so let's not dilly-dally and, speculate about something that we're immediately going to find out about. Let's just watch the thing. Okay, Natsume Yuujinchou Shi, episode 6 is up and ready on my screen. There will be two versions of this reaction video, picture-in-picture version available in the description, timer-based version on YouTube. If you would like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you're welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. I just got a notification. I need to put my phone on the silent mode. Go away, phone. Okay. All right, let's start it off. Is this Autonomous Place? It is Autonomous Place. Hey, Shogi. Ah, the fish. Is that the glass that we're referring to, even though it's a paper window? Hey, learning. I see, I see. Ha 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 ha. That's a surprisingly really good little cut. That's really... That was a shockingly, a lot of effort to make a simple thing happen. Oh boy. Ah. ちょっとだけな. Where? To food? Well, you lost, so... Oh, festival! Sama? That's like a person, though. Or maybe a yokai? Eh. Hmm. Those are yokai talking, dude. Not a human is what it is. But he's looking at me. Hmm. What? What? I mean, you can try. Yeah, mostly alright. Oh, man. That sucks to have to... Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Shh. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Every Natsume and Tanama shipper is just like, ah! Ooh. Makes it feel like it could all disappear. Why did we take that shot of the bag? What is in that jar? I don't trust jars. I play D&D. I don't trust jars or gems. Don't open that jar. Don't open that jar. You're gonna get fucked up if you open that jar. Oh shit, never mind. You don't even have to open it. You might have just gotten fucked up. Is he gone? Is he gone? Is he gone? Is he stuck in the bottle? That's right. We did see something about that, didn't we? Is he a little tiny Natsume? Tell me he's a little tiny Natsume. Because that's so cute. The bottle behind the bottle. Yeah. Oh. Shit. I feel like it might not be possible. Oh, okay. This is why we started with Tanama. Natsume's incapacitated. Oh, God. Yeah, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's just gonna make him feel sick, dude. What? He says you, of all people. Well, then, we gotta find that owner. Yeah, how are you gonna do that? Yeah. Well, shit. Speak of the angel. I was wondering if normal humans could even see him in the bottle. Yeah, okay, no. You're a yokai now. Welcome to the other side of the glass. And Tanama can't even see him, can he? Are you going human mode Nyanko? Dude. What? It's so wrong. No, no. Oh, God. Never any of that at all. Extremely. I find it very off-putting. Yeah, it's a perfect likeness, minus the entire attitude. And the fact that your eyes are tsurime. Oh, oh God. It's so wrong. You know, no, it's just a school project. Yeah, I don't like it. Hi, hi. Don't drink the beer, not Natsume. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it, dude. Is he just face into food right now, like a cat? No, he's just nomming. All right, good. Hey? What do you mean, man? You saying my other cooking wasn't good? Um, yeah, it's wrong. It's not okay. Everything is wrong. Oh. Okay. I mean, I get it. It's tonkatsu. Shit's delicious. This feels real bad. How's Natsume doing on food and water and such? Is he alright? I'm gonna assume he's alright. Eye on the ball, dude. Eye on the ball. Right. Oh, okay. So we're actually gonna deal with that in narrative. Good. I mean... I don't trust your plan, Yonko, but okay. That's all we got. I do put my faith in Yonko on that front. Yeah. You know, you might be about to find out. Fuck, it's the same. Alright, Sensei. Yeah, hi. Step off, kiddo. They can't, can they? Oh, Mibashira-sama is a person, then. Probably the owner of the bottle. Oh, jeez. Of course. No, but... To the mountains we go. First, we should enlist some help. Because he didn't know it would be relevant. You're just gonna go for the food. Nyako. Nyako. Alright, that was pretty cute. No. Stop it. Stop it. Don't open it and eat it now. Yeah, okay. %, will do the eating part. I know. I like that they notice that something is up, but don't like try to broach it because they're not gonna do that because they're cool that way. Do you? This just got more complicated. Oh, God. That's so not right. Hey. No. Yeah, do you feel okay, man? Do you have a fever? Oh my God, that's even worse. Ah. Wow, okay. Who are you talking to? I feel like Hitamoto's gonna turn you over to Tanama. Saw. Scratch, 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 scratch. Salsa, Taki. Yeah, changing the exact language. Ah! Okay. She's not the squeezy one. Fuck. Oh. Going to a different classroom to ask for someone has so much subtext. Oh. This is brutal. Sasada. I need to speak to you privately about something very important outside. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Ooh, classic. Yep, classic confession scene. Classic confession scene, not about that. Tell me about the mountain god. Oh my god. No, stop it. Step back. Step back. Step back right now. God fucking damn it. You've just destroyed everything, man. Oh no. That's really not much more information than we had before. There we go, okay. And is trying to obtain power, probably. That's the note. Nice. Okay. Ah. How do you know? You should be able to sense something, right? You should be able to vibe on this, right? Yeah, you should be able to vibe on all of this, right, Tanama? Please, please, please. Call him out. Oh, just me. The real me. What the fuck, man? Why are you so weird like that? Yeah, exactly. Bingo. Real friends! Recognize real friends! Okay. Dude, you are being such a dick. It was a good idea. Should have been kind of what you did from the start. Oh, okay. What do you mean he made a you made a... Okay, never mind. Yes, and he's miserable right now. Can we go talk to Taki, set up a circle? Yeah, he just got rolled around by his fucking cat. Because he just got rolled around in his bottle by his fucking cat. And the answer is hell yes. Yup. He knows exactly what he would say in that situation. I'm writing down a timestamp for that line. Yeah. No, that is not why. You cannot just deflect blame constantly, Nyako. That's not how this... Oh, God. Hmm. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's fucking horrifying. Oh, he was baiting Nyako away from him. What is this, presents? Oh. Bottle. Is it in your... Fuck. I like what we're doing here. Whoa, that's a really high fidelity shot. It's a big manor house. What the heck? Does he see that? The blow to the back of the head, maybe? That looks like Natsume. I'm going to... No, I'll just let the AD play. I was going to say I'll cut it off, but it's too nice. gap between humans and yokai. Okay, interesting. This is a really fun episode. It flips a lot of story elements of the show on their heads in a really fun and interesting and extremely cringe-inducing way. There's something on the tip of my tongue that I need to go look up so that I don't misinform you as I attempt to explore this, so give me a second. All right. So I just wanted to check and make sure that I was, like, giving attribution where I think that attribution is due, while also saying that anything that I say about the video that I'm kind of referencing but also not referencing because it's been a couple weeks since I watched it and I'm not entirely clear on it, they're my own thoughts and whatever, blah. But also attribution to ContraPoints where Contra needs attribution. There was a ContraPoints video a while ago called Cringe. I highly recommend you go and watch it. It's a really good video. But a lot of it has to do with an exploration of, like, what is the sensation of cringing. And if I recall correctly, one of the things that Contra does is draw a delineation between, like, self-cringe and, like, vicarious cringe, where you see somebody else doing something that is cringy and you cringe at it as a, like, learned social response that is in part like a behavioral response that attempts to teach that person no longer to do that thing. And when you cringe at yourself, for example, if you do something cringy in high school, as I think we've all experienced this, right? You did something kind of cringy in high school or middle school, whatever, right? And then, you know, you're late at night or you're in the shower or you're just, like, doing dishes or something, and that scene pops into your head. And what you experience during that scene is almost being a third-party observer to your own cringeworthy actions, and then judging yourself in a, like, social context as to how those actions work. Okay. The really interesting thing to me about this episode is that most of the span of the episode is just filled emotionally with me cringing at Natsume cringing at someone else in Natsume's body doing things that Natsume would never do. So he's essentially experiencing vicarious cringe for himself, which is really weird and complicated. But gosh, oh gosh, again, like, the whole idea of that moment that I think is a pretty universal human experience of, like, trawling back through your own memories and hitting upon something that just makes you go, oh my god, I did that. Oh no. Oh no. And you can't change it and whatnot is really, really poignantly expressed in this episode, where Natsume, as a third-party observer trapped in a little bottle, sits watching his own body go around talking to people that he knows and do things that are super out of character for him, and just being like, God, Nyanko, stop, you're ruining my existence. Whole bunch of this episode is just dedicated to Nyanko in Natsume's form, doing things that Natsume would never do. And this does a couple things. One, it's really cringy. And two, and I think more importantly, it helps as a contrast point to very distinctly show us the things that are Natsume in terms of his way of interacting with people. He's a lot more standoffish, a lot less forward, certainly a whole lot less, like, demanding and forceful. Like, the moment where he's just standing there and he looks at Nishimura and is just like, Mir, get over here. I need to ask you something. Come on. Is so wrong for the character of Natsume that it puts everything else that Natsume generally does into context. So another thing that I think this episode does really well is prime us by showing us a number of social interactions by normal Natsume with, like, family and with Tanama and with Kitamoto and Nishimura a little bit later, and just how he generally is around people and how he's kind of like kind, and he lets people, like, do their crazy and whatever, and just sort of is enjoying the scene. He's just enjoying what's going on and enjoying having friends and stuff and kind of going with the flow. And everything changes once it's no longer Natsume. And I mean, the most obvious thing, of course, is the poses, which is where Nyako is just like, yeah, I'm cool. It's like, whoa, that's not Natsume. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm begging you, please. God, please stop. Oh, Jesus. Not Yanko, no. Um, whole lot of this episode is dedicated to just that feeling of, oh no. And I mean, I don't know if I would call it enjoyable, but gosh, it does it really well. Beyond that, the whole idea of a mini Natsume, the sort of power dynamic flip between him and Yanko, I'm just going to make this as a little side note. Nyanko, again, as he has many times before, has literally every opportunity to just take the Book of Friends and abscond with it, leaving Natsume inside a jar. Instead, he fumblingly, but truly, is working his butt off to try and fix this, right? Like, he jokes a little bit about it, but he's still turns himself as a powerful yokai into Natsume, and that results in a bunch of humor for us and a bunch of cringe for us, but he's still doing it for that reason, to get Natsume back, right? It's a pretty clear, hey, Nyako, you actually care. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just this feeling of doing something that you regret, and then the like real world psychology of going back and reviewing or revisiting that event and those actions as an almost third party observer of yourself in your own mind, and then like leveraging your own social awareness to realize that what you were doing was horrifying and that you will never do it again, is just perfectly encapsulated by this situation, this scenario where Natsume is trapped in a bottle, literally watching his body do things that are horrifying to his sensibilities. And they kind of work. I think this all comes to a massive peak or head when he goes seeking Sasada and like does the very classic confession trope situation, which is like bursting into a different classroom, asking specifically for a girl, grabbing her and pulling her aside, and then we enter into like directorial cues for that situation, like the above the two of them shot in a stairwell, or like an end of a hallway, whatever it is, and he gets like way too close in a way that Natsume would never do, and then like smells her, and it's just like, no, 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 oh no. Ooh. Yeah, whole bunch of this episode is just dedicated to that emotion, and I don't know how to feel about that, because that's a strong and generally negative emotion. Okay, still, credit where credit is due, the expression and conveyance of that feeling is everywhere and really cool. Also, just the mystery around the bottle when it first appears, and it's like, oh gosh, don't touch that bottle, but I wasn't sure what was going to happen, is pretty neat. It's pretty interesting, at least. Oh god, every scene where he's like eating too much and not being like relative, because a whole bunch of Natsume's learned behaviors center around not drawing attention to himself, right? I think that's one of the things that is cemented in my mind about the way that Natsume acts during this. Natsume would never shovel food into his face. He would eat slowly and methodically because that's like what's expected of him. And in an assumption sort of way, that's a way of avoiding conflict, right? A lot of Natsume's behavior has to do with avoiding conflict. And I think that makes a billion cents, a billion out of 10 cents, for a kid that was like handled around multiple foster families and was basically spending most of his childhood just trying to delay the inevitability that they would think that he was weird and find ways to like ostracize him and then kick him out of their house. So these are all defense mechanisms, like not saying too much, not demanding anything, not eating hungrily, not demonstrating any physical needs or like emotion, let alone emotional needs, right? To go to a family member and be like, hey, I really need to talk about something that I need to get off my chest, is so far afield from what Natsume can even fathom doing, because it's scary and like there's a possibility of rejection, and that's terrifying for someone for whom rejection has been a constant and a very real reality that leads and has led to immense pain for him. Fuck. Fuck, it's so much. Oh god. Oh god, so much. Uh Okay, so there's the mystery around Omibashira-sama. This seems like a pretty classic sort of a Natsume sort of story, in that, like, there's this yokai who's gathering power, and these other lesser yokai seem to be trying to garner favor with that yokai, and like, without this yokai's particular knowledge, are going and getting an offering for him, which just happens to be our spiritually powerful boy, because they think that's a good offering or something. Now, that doesn't necessarily preclude the possibility that maybe Omibashira wants to eat humans to gain his power or whatever and is actually evil, but I got a feeling we're going to figure this out and be like, hey, we got trapped in a bottle. Don't eat Natsume. Thanks. And then there's this Onizawa. Well, I forgot what it was. Honestly, I forgot the name, but it was sort of similar to the other name, but not similar to the other name. And that's a different yokai who owns this bottle, and I'm a little bit confused about the general mechanics there. But whatever. Some other things. It's already happened once before, but Tanama getting to at least, like, see outlines of yokai is huge, and I hope it's not entirely, like, temporary. It's probably completely temporary. I assume that it happened because he got smacked in the back of the head, and that shook things up for a minute here. Maybe it's something more than that, but that's my running theory at the moment. That's what I'm gonna run with. Also, I need to take this off. It's getting warm in here. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the mystery thing is gonna be resolved in the second part. I don't think that there's that much that we need to talk about on that front, just because it's happening. We'll see how it happens when it happens, and that's fine. There are just a couple things that I do want to look at. So there are some deeply expressive statements by Natsume at the end of the episode, which I wrote down as 2040, which we will go through in a moment. And then there was the first thing that I wrote down, which was at about 2:15, we get this pretty really good cut of Natsume throwing these shogi pieces up in the air. And what gets me about this is, like, there's really good momentum to it. I just want to check the frame counts really quickly to see how they're doing the momentum. It feels like they're doing like a 1 maybe in part of the upward swing, but let me see. Okay, and 1, 1, 1. Yeah, okay, so those are 3 are on 1s, and then we're back to 2s for the hang time, and then 1s, 1s, 1s as we fall. Okay, so they're doing a pretty classic, like, frame allocation for a momentum up in the air and then back down. So, like, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Makes perfect sense, I think, for this. It's really good, and I think that a big part of what sells this little cut, and again, my whole point with this cut is not that it's crazy impressive, it's just that it's a really simple thing that doesn't really need to be in this scene, that adds to it, and was relatively difficult to do in terms of getting everything to line up this way, and works really well. So let me just show you the cut again with sound on really quick. Click, 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 click. They're, like, right on the money with the timing of those, and that makes the whole thing feel really smooth and, like, real. And I just appreciate that. That's all. Okay, and then over to the 20-minute mark-ish, because I'm going to skip around because I want to get into the next episode and see how this all wraps up, because that'll probably lead to a better overall discussion. But I want to go through this moment, and there'll probably be a cut here because I just want to go through the moment and see what I want to say about it, and then we'll go back through it. Okay, so there are 2 portions to this. The first one is, oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Real friends, man. Real friends. Recognize real friends. I believe in you. Spring break.
I believe in you. Spring break.
All right, great call. Let's go to the
Spring
letter.
break. I believe in you.
Sorry. I've been watching Dimension 20 Fantasy High, and it's the greatest experience of my life right now. And you really, 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 really need to go and watch Fantasy High. You must. You need to. I'm going to be starting to reference it a lot in a lot of videos because it's too good. And if you I'll put it this way. A lot of the kind of like interpersonal conflicts and conflict resolution and like deep-seated trauma resolution that goes on in Natsume Yuujinchou is also kind of done in this weird, amazing live play tabletop RPG show that is Dimension 20's Fantasy High. I can't even. I'm considering doing a video specifically about it because it's a piece of media that is genuinely changing my outlook on what media can be as I watch it, and I love it. Anyway, total aside, I don't know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up? Oh, just because of the I believe in you spring break. Ugh. Yes! Yes, the ball! Yes! Okay, I'm losing it. Alright, that's okay. I can lose it. That's totally fine. So, I just want to talk through, this is practically a one-sided conversation by Tanama, because he cannot hear Natsume's complaints. But, the way that this goes is wonderful. One, I can't hear what he's saying right now, so it's up to me whether I help him or not. It is my decision and he has no impact on it. Natsume would do the same if it happened to me. Core of friendship, one of the main pillars of friendship is like reciprocity in being good to each other, right? Natsume would do that for me. I'm gonna do that for him, whether he would want it or not, because he needs it right now. He's in trouble. Boom, right? It's like, okay, you can tell me, no, you're getting yourself in danger by being around me. No, I'm a threat to you. No, I don't want you to overextend yourself for me. No, don't worry about my pain or my suffering. It's not worth your time, and it's not worth you suffering for me. You can say all of those things if you want to, but in this situation, you don't get a choice. I'm your friend, and I'm doing this because I want to, not because you want me to. That's what my friendship for you is. Spring break! Sorry. I'm sorry. Natsume would do the same if it happened to me. And then the exact next interaction is Natsume going, no, don't do this for me. You're going to get hurt. Oh no, I cannot have that on my conscience. Please no. Oh God. And Tanama knows exactly what Natsume would be feeling in that moment because he understands his friend. Like, he doesn't understand everything about his friend, but he understands one core thing about Natsume, which is that he tries to push people away so that they don't impale themselves on his hedgehog spikes. He thinks of himself as a danger to other people. Whether he is or not is debatable, but they have the choice to embrace him and take the pain that goes along with that, and he can't say no to it. I mean, he can by running away, but he shouldn't because it's good for him, and he knows it. So, no, Tanama, no, but if you want to complain, you could do it after the fact. Right now, you're stuck in a bottle, and this is my story. What's up, Tanama? I love this to fucking pieces, and we immediately transition from this point into a Natsume self-awareness little monologue where he talks about exactly that point, which I'm now going to run through and then come back and talk about. Okay? Okay. I mean, this is just a line that makes all of the sense. The more someone cares for me, the more scared I get because I'm going to hurt them or something bad is going to happen to them because of their association with me, which is a reasonable fear, but not a reason to avoid friends, right? Distinction. Scared that someday something terrible will happen. And it might, but again, that's not a reason to avoid the wonderful things that come from being close to other people. So, welcome to a social element of the human condition. Wow. All right, and at that point, we cut away from that sequence, and it goes into this, which basically functions as, hey, Tano's the main character now. And I fucking love that. And what we do over the next couple of minutes is we outfit Tanama with all of the main character necessities. He's got a kind of a sidekick in Yanko, who is by his side for reasons, mainly that he needs to free Natsume. We give him a goal and a quest, which is, holy shit, Natsume's bottle got taken. I need to get it back right now and also figure out the rest of the things. And we give him the power that he needs to actually accomplish this. However it occurred, whether it was by being smacked in the back of the head or otherwise, Tanama gets to see, to some extent, yokai. That's fucking cool, fam. Okay, this character really looks like Natsume. At least the hair does. I don't know if it's Natsume or Nyanko as Natsume or what the fuck it is, but I assume we're about to find out. Cool. I am comfortable with what I have said about this episode. I'd like to move over into the next episode rather quickly and just keep on going through this story while it's fresh in our headspace. Cool? Cool. I'm going to take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, be back in a second for the next episode. I'm also going to rearrange my lighting because I see that I'm very glary. So, see you in a minute. Peace. I believe in you. Spring break. All right, let's continue this two-parter with The Gap Between Humans and Yokai, Episode 7 of Natsume Yuujinchou Shi. Beep beep timer. And time for vices. Yep, you can see them. You're in the world of yokai? I feel like that's a familiar voice. I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess that that's not a familiar character. Okay. That got me a little bit. Oh, geez. Hmm. Don't want to be a bother. Yeah. I don't think you can, man. Oh, fuck. Well, there goes our reputation. You shut your mouth. He's just hiding, man. No, don't shake the thing. Baller. Baller. Make a deception check with advantage. Uh-oh. Well, I mean... Bye-bye. Dude, Tanema. That is such a baller play. Yeah, just hand me the other one really quick. Is he, though? Fuck. Fuck. It's open. It's open. Go. Yes, yes, yes. Yes? Okay. Okay, he's full size. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, who is that? Is that Natori? That looked like paper. Of course he managed to find some dried squid. What was that? Take off your bag head. Yes, that's the easiest way to get somebody to not do that. Come on, voice O recognize O. I don't think that's yokai. I think that's Natori Shuichi. Ooh, he probably doesn't want to reveal that to Tanema. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. He's a public figure. Came with my own... Yeah. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. No. Oh, he is going to reveal it. Hey, it is Natori Shuichi. All right, there we go. Everywhere, bud. Think billboards, think actor, yeah. Sparkle, sparkle. Yeah, dude, not the time. Oh, hi. I'm sorry, who? Smart. You look great here, Aggie. You always do. Yeah, they're homies. That's not the worst thing, though. That's maybe the worst thing, though. Yeah, go. I assume. Oh, it's Femnyanko. That's much better. Much better than being Natsume. He's even wearing the face. Obviously. Okay, that actually kind of. Oh, geez, dude, it's kind of yeah. Plot stuff, man. That didn't work. Everyone's on guard, right? What? So it's like an external barrier maze? That's weird. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's some kind of a scam. Yeah, you need to stick with us, bud. No, just keep him around you. I know, but you're still in grave danger. Oh, hi. What? See ya. But it is terrifying for him. Yeah, okay. That's also entirely fair. I don't like that noise. Not yokai blood. Oh. Oh. It is not a generous god, is it? To gather sacrifices. To feed. Wow. Well, you are next. So that thing we saw coming out of the wall was, oh no. Cool, we got a thing to do. Again, the shipper's just Ooh, that's nice and warpy. Good. Alright. Okay. I mean, yeah. Oh, dude, no. Yeah. He tries to, yeah, there it is. He's alright. Yeah. Very fair. And... Okay, that's the spot. They're about to go in. Back the fuck up right now. Yeah. Yeah. Terrified. That doesn't mean that you're wrong, though. That doesn't mean that you're wrong, though. Don't, no, just stay with the protector. Tanama, no. Tanama, no. Oh, fuck. The stone. Kind of like the cup. Yeah. Everywhere. Oh. On his paper bag. That's great. He's just passed out, man. That's pretty close to you, dude. You did not. You did not. You did not. He chose all of it. Whoa. Cut off everyone. Notori regrets that choice. Good job, Notori. I think that was the best thing that Notori has ever said. No, he'll do it. Yeah. Jesus. It's gotten a lot bigger. Oh my god. Oh my. Hi. Eat this! Oh, okay. Or that. I don't like it. I do like that. That was dope. Oh god. Sweet. Yo, fuck the both of you. Hey, Notori, you got any more, like, low-level yokai ceilings? Nyako, you got any blast right now? About half your friends already dead. Woo! Alright. No. You two, we're just gonna let them go? We're just gonna let them? Okay, never mind. Sweet, he's gonna be alright. Hi, bud. I don't think it did. Dude, you are both, like, so... I think you can vibe just on that feeling. Yeah, you don't push away your friends in order to try and save them. Alright. Should be some gratin. Yeah, man. Damn right. Yeah, thank you for reinforcing those lines, because they matter a fucking lot. Most of this episode is just, like, plot stuff, but those last, like, 5 minutes of interactions between Natsume, Tanama, and Natori were the tits. Okay, that's Nanase. When I was the sea. I don't want to dwell on this because there's too much like good shit that we need to talk about in the episode that we just watched, but like we're gonna get a like inside track insight into Nanase and some of the Matoba family. Whoa, that could be really interesting. That could be very interesting. I'm interested. Okay, cool. All right. Let's jump back. Let me skim the episode and make sure that I'm not like missing anything dramatically important. You hadn't told him you knew any exorcists, had you? I suppose not. Even though he's your friend. Restate because he's your friend. Impact. Yeah, okay. That's what happens when you have a lot of enemies. Again, adding more context and like nuance to Notori's position and who he is, which is really important because, I mean, honestly, I think that what Tanama expresses here, like that Notori might be all right. He's kind of pushy and a little weird, and maybe not a little bit like that's how I feel about him. Is like he's a little off, but he's grown on me quite a bit as we've gone along. I still don't 1000% trust him, but I like 99% trust Notori Shuichi mostly. I do think that like certain things, poker friends, could cause problems. But generally out of like good intentions from Notori, so it doesn't matter. Somebody as weak as you will get eaten quickly. Okay, I'm just trying to get all of the lines that have like some context on this, and then this is like such a crucial moment here is seeing the horror that Natsume deals with pretty regularly. This isn't something that you could tell Toko-san about. It like Tanama knows intellectually that Natsume hides things from the people that he cares about in order to protect them. Whether to keep them from worrying about him, as we expressed in a couple episodes ago, or to just like protect them from it. But now he understands it viscerally, not just intellectually. And that's hugely important for, I think, the experiences that we have in the last 5 minutes of this episode. Is that why Natsume ... Yeah. And what did he look like? No. Thought he'd be happy. Right, so there's this regret there. And this worry. I'm fully on the side of like Tanama's actions here are entirely justifiable and basically good friendness. Acting in a vacuum without Natsume's like approval or beratement or whatever. He has none of that, so he just acts in a vacuum and does, I think, the best thing that he could do. Compounded with the fact that he fucking willingly walks into this party of yokai in disguise as a yokai, telling a very like dangerous lie and manages to actually make it work and get Natsume out of the bottle, which is just fucking huge. Like he 100% saves him in that moment, right? Okay. This has always scared me. I always feared that this would happen, yeah. Natsume is like well on his way at this point into a spiraling kind of a breakdown. Tanama isn't the kind of person who would come to a place like this. He's not like me. He's cautious and thoughtful. Wait, that's exactly like you. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's just him and his dad, so he never does anything that would worry him. It's just me and and the Fujiwaras, so I never do anything that would like it. It's 1-to-1, baby. It's just a like these two kind of confused, like not terribly self-aware teenagers trying to figure shit out is such a mood, because that feels just like every friendship or relationship or anything that I've ever experienced has been this weird push-pull of like, gosh, I really want to be there for you in every way, and I don't know how to do that exactly, so we need to talk about it, and the only way to really open that up is to just like attempt to be radically honest with each other and be cool about stuff. Oh, it's such a mood. Sometimes he wants, when he's with me, sometimes he wants to say things but holds back for my sake. I wonder, do we know any other characters who sometimes want to say things and hold things back for the sake of the people around them? Nah, it doesn't sound familiar at all. And I brought him here. Yeah, I brought him here. I made him do all these crazy things. Both of these are utterly false, right? Tanama chose without your, any input from you at all, and actively chose to do certain things to get you out while putting himself in extreme danger. Though he may not have completely understood the level of danger that he was in until the moment he sees the bloody mess in that room, he knew he was in danger and he did it anyway, right? I don't think you can say that Natsume made him do anything. No part of this was Natsume, manipulating or forcing or coercing Tanama in any fashion. Tanama made choices about how to act toward a friend in trouble that are, one, exactly the choices that Natsume himself makes constantly, and two, actually fucking worked. And three, were his own choices, right? So you can feel bad for getting into a situation where you were in danger, where a friend of yours felt the need to come and help you, but you cannot take responsibility for his coming to help you, right? That's irrational. But that's okay, because we're not in a rational state. We're in an emotional state. And very clearly, we are in the midst of a near emotional spiraling breakdown for Natsume, right? He is shattering right here. It is bad, and he is losing touch, and it culminates with, maybe I can't stay here anymore. In context, meaning I can't stay in this town anymore. I can't stay with Toko anymore. I can't stay with the Fujiwaras anymore. I can't stay with my school friends anymore. I have to leave to protect everyone, which is fucking crazy and not okay. It's an extreme version of Hedgehog's dilemma in this, where you full on run away from everyone. And this is the moment that Natori Shuichi touches his hand, right? Boom. Natsume, buddy, been there, and I made the choice to push everyone else away. There's innate vulnerability to friendships and relationships, and you can run away from it and call yourself strong for doing so. But it's much more difficult to actively and compassionately engage with other human beings in a way that leads to mutual benefit for the both of you. It's much more difficult. It's a lot easier to run away. And by easy, I don't mean it'll hurt less. You'll be in pain regardless, right? It's just a matter of choice. If you choose the pain of being alone and isolated, that's your choice. And if you choose the pain of interacting with other people and dealing with the struggles that come with that, including the possibility that they might get hurt on your account, that's inevitable, and that's just a different variation of pain, and you have the choice between them. It's up to you. The pain of reaching out and vulnerability, or the pain of sealing yourself off and isolation? Which do you prefer? And I don't think that there's necessarily a right answer there. I think that's a personal choice, but I think that the benefits and the possible wonderful things that come out of human community and stuff are pretty fucking worth it. So I generally will side on the side of don't push other people away when what you're really doing is running away from the pain of engaging with them. Again, compassionately, honestly, openly, and seriously. Those things hurt. They're all positive words, but that doesn't mean that they don't hurt. They do. Opening yourself to other people is opening yourself to their pain and their judgment of your pain, right? It's terrifying. But in this moment, Natori Shuichi is not just an exorcist mentor. He's full on life coaching it up, right? He's look, man, I've been down that road. You are at a crossroads on it, and you still have the choice. And I see in you that this is far more important than you can possibly know. Do not abandon it. Do not. You can't abandon it. It might be hard, but you need it. You need it. And I think that's probably the best thing that Notori Shuichi as a character has said, period. Because what he just did is like, well, honestly, what he just did is that vulnerable opening and compassionate, like, understanding toward Natsume. I have experienced this pain. I made a choice. I have regrets about that choice. Don't make the same choice I did. That's a connection level that Notori and Natsume haven't really hit. Like, they've hit some stuff that's kind of in the ballpark, but that was something else. And I think it's really fucking cool. But no, he'll do it. Fuck yeah, he will. Okay, Omibashira is fucking terrifying, but that's really... I mean, this is just pretty normal Natsume stuff, right? There's a yokai, it's doing a bad thing, we seek it out, we find out what's going on here, we do a plan, we seal the yokai, boom, we did it, right? I don't want to dive too deep into that because it's like, it's the episodic nature of the thing, it's fine. It's the stuff around that's more. Sealed, I do want to just note that, like, this whole cut is really cool effects-wise. Yeah, super neat. And the timing on this, clunk, is really, really lovely as well. It's just very snappy and nice. Okay, Mastered Power returns. I also just super love this moment where Nyanko, as Fem Nyanko, goes ham and scares the shit out of everybody. It's just cool. It's just super cool. Yeah. Lovely little moment. And then I need to watch through again the entire conversation with Tanama and Natsume before going back because I don't want to misinterpret any of it. I probably will anyway, but I want to avoid it as much as possible. So, I love and hate that there's no, like, clear-cut answer at the end of this episode. It gives us, like, a powerful question for Natsume to try to answer for himself. And I don't know if there is a distinctive answer. I think more than anything, it is, again, a kind of a choice. But I'd also say that this moment between these two, from Natsume saying, "It's all thanks to you," which he genuinely, like, it is, right? It is. And Natsume understands that, and he's saying that truthfully. He's not lying when he says that all of this is thanks to you. He's neither lying, like, factually nor emotionally, right? He is terrified that Tanama might get hurt on his account. And Tanama knows that. But what we end up doing in this moment when Tanama, effectively what he does is air his own fears. I'm terrified of making things worse for you by being there and you having to maybe protect me or fear for me or whatever. I'm terrified of that. And so what we get is just like a mutual collapse of like, fuck man, I don't know what to do here. I don't want to, like, push you away. I don't want to be pushed away, but I don't want to push you away, but I don't want to be pushed away. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to do here. I'm sorry, too. I don't know either. And that just, again, big mood sounds like basically every serious and good friendship and or relationship that I've had. Like, yeah, things are complicated and confusing. Is that a reason to cut them off because they're complicated or confusing or hard? No, probably not. Probably not. People do all the time, and maybe they regret it, maybe it's a great decision, but I don't know. But in this moment, Tanama opens up his own vulnerabilities, right? I want to help you, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how much I can ask. I don't know how much I can see. And he's so glad that he told him, but I don't want you regretting it. When all that it's done is really tear down walls between you, except in this instance where you could have gotten hurt. Ah! I was so happy you told me so it would hurt. And that's in context of, if you don't like it, say so. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Dude, Tanama's just being so genuinely considerate here. Yeah, it's powerful. It's just powerful. And we ended on the questions. What should I do? What is this path before me? And sappy, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Where do I go from here? It's probably the path that Notori-san gave up on. The path that Reiko wanted to follow but couldn't. Will I be able to follow it? And you know what? The answer really is you're well on your way. You're many, many steps, if not many miles down that road already. It's not all about openness, right? It's about figuring out where the lines are, figuring out who you let past those borders and boundaries. And I think that in this instance, letting Tanama in is not a bad idea. And pure emotional and physical exhaustion overcomes the Natsume. Ugh. Understandably. Very understandably. Man, that is a dense few minutes of emotionally charged conversations. I don't know if I have exactly a takeaway from that. I've already made a couple of points. One being, like, there's pain if you avoid relationships, and there's pain if you engage in them. Which pain and which, like, resulting boons you gain from that situation, that's up to you. There's no distinctly right answer. Whether it's with, like, an individual relationship or pushing everybody away or whatever, there's no distinctly right answer. And so I really appreciate that we end this whole episode on these questions, while also pretty clearly indicating the author's point of view, which is, and has always been, that connection through difficulty is worthwhile, I think. Whether that's connection between humans and yokai, or connections between humans and humans, etc., connection through difficulty is worthwhile. Because just being connected makes the other things easier to bear, if anything. If nothing else, I should say. Damn, man. Going through that again has actually thrown me for a loop a little bit. Okay, I was really confident in my discussion of the first of these two episodes, a little bit less confident in this discussion. Again, this is some emotionally significant stuff, and so I'm a little bit shaken by it, and maybe not entirely, like, judging it optimally or whatever, which doesn't matter. It's I think more important to be affected by it. My job is to try to put those emotions into words and explain why they resulted in me, and that's not always possible, and I'm not always the best at it, but I do my best. In any case, these have been 2 solid episodes of Natsume Yuujinchou. 2 really solid episodes. One rather funny and, like, really well conveyed particular emotions that aren't entirely positive, cringe, with some other bits and bobs there around Tanama and on the nature of friendship. And then this episode is, like, resolve a yokai problem for about 15 minutes of its runtime, and then for the other 5 minutes is just, like, bam, wham, home runs of emotional goodness and roughness over and over and over. So these have been a lot, and I really like these episodes. Now, I am going to go and check Staff and Stuff just to see who was in charge of these, because I'd assumed that these episodes were both probably scripted, storyboarded, directed by similar group of staff, but I don't really know, and I'd like to find out who it was so that we can give attribution. Give me a sec while I look that stuff up. Okay, 6, 7 are scripted by Juki Hanada. Makes perfect sense. They're directed and storyboarded entirely by different people, though. Kiyoshi Matsuda did episode 6's storyboard and directed it. For episode 7, it's a little bit different. Katsumi Terahigashi, who has done a lot of episodes so far, did the storyboard on episode 7. And then Toshimasa Kuro Yanagi did episode 7. I don't remember that name from any previous episode, so let me look at their previous stuff. Some storyboards on Snafu, some other stuff. Not a lot that like leads me to believe that they're deeply responsible for any of the writing quality here. I think that probably heads over to one, the manga itself, and two, Juki Hanada is pretty good at this kind of shit. Cool. Cool. As for the episode 6 stuff, Kiyoshi Matsuda did both the storyboard and direction. I want to keep an eye on that because I thought that the conveyance of certain emotional states was really good, and it was pretty fun in a weird, cringy way. Also, director of Uchitama. Interesting. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. Cool. No great surprises in the staff list, but good things to keep in mind and such. Okay, that's wrapping time. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Natsume Yuujinchou episodes 6 and 7. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I'm really intrigued about next week's episode, because that seems interesting. Looks like we might be getting, like, something about Nanase potentially from Nanase's perspective. I don't know, man. Maybe. Sounds cool. Okay. That's a wrap. I'll see you next week. Peace.